Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. Beta, in yesterday lecture, we started chapter 1 of economics, and name of the chapter was poverty as a challenge. Right? And in yesterday lecture, we discussed the topic about its introduction, means what is poverty, and then we read about the two typical cases of poverty. One was the urban case, and the another was the rural case. With that, we also discussed the issues related to poverty. So beta, today we will discuss that how the poverty is seen by the social scientists. How the poverty is seen by the social scientists, since poverty has many faces. So social scientists, they look at it at the through a variety of indicators. Like in previous lecture also I discussed that there are various indicators, like the people who are not able to send their children to school, or their income level is so low that they don't have any access to safe drinking water. So another social indicators can be the illiteracy level, lack of general resistance due to malnutrition, it means poor health, lack of job opportunities, lack of access to the safe drinking water and sanitation. So all these are the bases, or all these are the indicators for the social scientists to assess the poverty. So beta, analysis of poverty is based on social exclusion and vulnerability is now becoming very common. So beta, our next two topics will be the social exclusion and vulnerability. Beta, first topic is social exclusion. Now what do we mean by social exclusion? Social means society and exclusion means excluded. It means when any person or these poor people, they are excluded from the society, so it is called social exclusion. So beta, according to this concept, poverty must be seen in terms of the poor having to live only in the poor surroundings with poor people, and they are excluded from the social equality. And even this social exclusion, it can be both a cause as well as a consequence of poverty. Like I was telling you that poverty, uh, it is a cause also and it is a effect also for different type of problems, right? So beta, this is a process through which individuals or groups, they are excluded from facilities, benefits and opportunities. Like the example, we can take the caste system in India. In that, people were excluded from equal opportunities. So beta, so even social exclusion, it can create more damage than low income. So it will create more damage to the society. So this was about the social exclusion, that how the poor people, they are excluded from the social society. Now the next topic is the vulnerability. Built up vulnerability होता है. Few days back I was just discussing a word prone. Like कुछ होता है that accident prone area, right? तो vulnerability होता है some people or some categories of the society, they are more prone to poverty. So this is called vulnerability. It means with them there are the more chances of being poor. So this vulnerability, it is also a measure of poverty which describes a greater probability of certain communities. Now which communities, they have the more probability of poor? So they can be the members of a backward class, or any individual like widow or a physically handicapped person. So beta, these type of groups, there are more chances of becoming or remaining poor in the future only. So beta, this vulnerability, it is determined by the options available to different communities for finding an alternative living in terms of assets, education, health and job opportunities. It means these particular groups like widow, person of backward classes, they have less job opportunities, they have less health facilities. And it is also analyzed that these groups face at the time of natural disaster beta. These groups they face more problems at the time of natural calamities like earthquake, tsunami, etc. So beta, it means vulnerability describes the greater probability of being more adversely affected by other people. Means if there is any problem, so these groups they will be more affected by those problem. So beta, this was the topic about the social exclusion and vulnerability. Now the next topic is that is poverty line. That also in short I discussed in the lecture. Beta, poverty line beta, a criteria is fixed by the government. Okay, that criteria can be based on income also as well as on the calorie consumption also. So if any person or any family it comes under below that line, that criteria, those are known as the below poverty line people, right? So beta, this poverty line, it is a common method used to measure poverty in based on the income or on the basis of the consumption level. And beta, a person is considered poor if his or her income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level necessary to fulfill basic needs. It means, like I was telling you, the person will be considered poor if his or income or the consumption level is below that particular criteria that is fixed by the government. So beta, now what is necessary to satisfy basic needs? So beta, even poverty that is different. It vary from time to time and place to place. Like different country they uses different imaginary line, and beta, in every country the criteria is different. Like a person not having a car in the United States, America, may be considered poor, but in India owning a car is still a luxury. So this is the differentiation on the basis of economy of different country. So beta, when we determine the poverty line in India, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel, light, education and medical requirement are determined that are necessary for the subsistence. So beta, three physical quantities, these physical quantities are multiplied by their prices in rupees. Means whatever is the cost of these basic needs, those are multiplied by their monetary value. And do you know that how the present formula for food requirement is based? This is based on the calorie requirement, that a person, how much calories are required by the person. And beta, because everybody needs a nutritious food, so the food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetables, milk, oil, they together provide the needed calories. Now beta, these poverty line that is based on the calorie consumption, it is different in rural area to urban area. If for rural area beta, this calorie consumption is fixed to 2400 calories per person. 2400 calories per person for rural area and 2100 calories for urban area. Now why there is differentiation? Because beta, in rural area people have to do more physical work. That is why the calorie consumption, calorie level is high in rural area. So beta, on the basis of these calorie requirement, the poverty line is fixed at rupees 816 per month for rural areas and 1000 for the urban area. Now if you will see beta, it is less in rural area, 816 per month for rural area and 1000 for urban area. Now why there is this difference? Because beta, in urban area cost of food is, price of food is high. That is why more amount is allocated for urban area. So in this way, like it is for 1 month, so by multiplying it by 12 we can get the annual income, like if any person living in rural area, if that person is earning 4080 rupees per month, less than 4080 rupees per month will be considered as below poverty line. And similarly, if any family, means here the family size is taken of 5 members, right? If any family that living in urban area and it is earning less than 5000 rupees per month, so they will also be considered as the below poverty line. So beta, this poverty line, it is estimated periodically. It means it changed from time to time. Means after every 5 years the level is changed. And do you know who carried out this survey? Just to fix this poverty line, so many surveys are held, and all these surveys are held by the NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization, right? And even so many other international organization also, like World Bank, they have also given the uniform standard for the poverty line. So, and it is $1.90 per person per day. So these are very important figure, like what is the calorie requirement in rural area, what is the calorie requirement in urban area, what is the per month income for that fixing poverty line in urban area as well as in rural area, and the same thing, what level is fixed by the World Bank. So all these are the very important topics, points to be discussed. Now beta, the next topic is about the poverty estimates. Like beta, if we see the table, one table is given in your book, if we will study that, so there is a decline in poverty ratios. Like in India, poverty was 45% in 1993 and 94, but now it is in 2004-5 it just comes down to 37.2%, and in the same way it further come down to 21.9% in 2011-12. So it means there is a declining trend in poverty. So if the same trend will be continued, so in the next few years this poverty will be 20%. But beta, if you will see the percentage of people living under poverty line, it is declining, because we are comparing from 1993-94 to till 2010-11, means almost these 20 years, 2 decades. But if you will see beta, the population size is also increasing. So the number of people, whether percentage is declining, but the number of people is increasing just because the large size of population. So beta, this was about the today's topic. Like today we discussed about the social exclusion and vulnerability, and how the poverty line is fixed, what are the major points of fixing poverty line in urban area as well as the rural area, and we read about the different data that is provided by the NSSO from the year 1993-94 to 2011-12. Hope all of you have understood the topic. Thank you and have a nice day.